Okay, certainly we're not advocating that people should choose statistics as a major instead of economics because of textbook prices. That's not probably the best way to choose your major. But if you'd like to choose statistics for other reasons, of course, we're all for that. Now, Dan brings up a really great question, though. Is there a difference in textbook prices by major? Do students in some majors pay more than others? We can certainly look at that, and we can use this the central tendency concept to help us out, to look at this in a really quick and easy way. So let's look at some textbook prices in 4 different majors. We've gone to the bookstore, we've gotten 5 textbooks just randomly chosen off the shelf from 4 different majors: accounting, chemistry, economics, and English. So if we want to just kind of eyeball the book prices, we can see that English looks like it's the cheapest. Chemistry or maybe economics, you're going to have the most expensive books there, but we don't want to have to carry around all of these data in our head, especially if we need to look at more than 5 books, 25 books, 50 books. So the easiest thing for us to do will be to calculate a measure of central tendency, which is one value that represents an entire data set. Because textbooks the value of textbooks are measured on a ratio level, we'll use the mean, right? We just discussed that the mean is the measure of central tendency to use when we have a ratio level variable. Okay, so to remember, the formula for calculating a mean is the sum divided by the number of data points in a data set. In this case, we have 5 books in each group, so we'll simply divide the sum by 5. So for accounting, we'll just add up these 5 book prices to get the sum. That's $800. Do the same thing for chemistry. The sum is $1,487, in economics is $1,279, and in English it's $194. Clearly, we can tell from these sums that English is the cheapest major and chemistry is the most expensive. But let's keep going, get a mean, and get that one measure of central tendency that will be helpful for us. So remember, to get the mean, we just divide by 5, the number of books in our group. For accounting, that's 160. 800 divided by 5 is 160. 1,487 divided by 5 is 297.40. 1279 for economics divided by 5 is 255.80. And for English, when we divide 194 by 5, we'll get 38.80. Okay, so now we've calculated the mean and we have one number that we can carry around in our head. We say, well, I'm an economics major. The average book price is $255.80. I need 2 books per class. I'm taking 4 classes. We can figure this out in our head. How much money am I going to need each semester for books? We're going to use this concept of the mean from here until the rest of the class. So it's important that you understand how to calculate the mean, but perhaps even more important, you need to understand this concept of central tendency, that the mean or the median, whichever measure of central tendency that we're using, is one single value that can summarize an entire data set. So we have some homework problems that you can work on to work through all of these measures of central tendency. Keep working on this until you understand, and then you can move on to the next unit.